This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by GoDaddy.com, Netflix, Audible.com,
and Kerplach, the Klingon board game from Milton Bradley, a Blachum company.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Diggnation, episode number 158. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the hottest weekly user-submitted stories on the social news website, dig.com. That's digg.com.
That's right, we're back here in sunny San Francisco. You know why? I left my heart here last time.
Yep, and we are not funny at all. Can you hand me one of the coasters that we're going to be using to put on the beers on my table?
Oh, do we need them?
First of all, gotta say we are sitting in a different location because my couch has still not arrived, and we looked really uncomfortable last time. And felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, all these things. We've decided we're actually kind of happy that we're trying beer. Oh, this is Vietnam beer?
Yeah.
Oh, Hue City on the Perfume River in Vietnam.
Exactly.
What? I'm so excited. This is great. So this is called Hue Beer.
Hue Beer.
Hue Beer, product of Vietnam.
right
We've
there.
not had this before in our lives. Cheers to
Cheers.
The Vietnam.
First times to all of our Vietnam vets.
We should go to Vietnam.
And the people of Vietnam that no longer torture us.
Oh, that's nice.
That is really good.
That is really nice.
We should go to Vietnam. I love Vietnamese food.
I love Vietnamese beer.
I love Vietnamese beer. I think that the women that are in Vietnam are also very pretty. Prager's like, I
You
wanna
just
go to
became a
whorehouse.
disgusting white man.
Why?
Because you went, the girls in Vietnam are very pretty.
I did not do it with a Texan accent.
It's
Oh, this is my
South
table, by the way.
Texan.
Glenn, can you get the table in here? Is it in here or no? Sure. Check out that beautiful table.
That is that nut? What nut is that?
That is
Mahogany?
a striped walnut ash.
Striped bash.
It is from Room and Board, actually. Very nice place.
Dude, I am actually, this could be this is like the new Qingdao. You heard it here first.
Tsingtao.
Tsingtao. You heard it here first. Hue Beer
Is the new Tsingtao.
Tsingtao.
This is amazing. I'm a huge fan. I could drink.
Oh, have you ever had this before? I've never had this before. It's light, it's
know what I
crisp.
love?
It's like a summer beer. You know, it's like Corona meets Asahi.
Glenn, what do you think? Is it good?
I like the one I had earlier.
Okay, Glenn, you know what? We
Glenn's a
didn't ask
dark
for you
beer
to
man.
disagree with us.
No.
We were looking for an agreement.
You know
I
what,
love how
Glenn?
every time we mention the beer, Prager's like, oh, he like looks over and he's like,
What are you guys
he's
drinking?
drinking something over there? Prager, I know you want one. I know you have your own beer. You should try one of these. Come on.
That's actually why it's named Hue. It's a Vietnamese call over.
It means
Like,
come and drink me.
That's actually what you do when you go to a bar in Vietnam. I can't wait to see how many people get beat up and send us emails. They go to bars in Vietnam, they're like, Hue beer.
We seriously need we need to go to Vietnam. I'm dead
That'll be
serious
fun.
with that.
That'll be fun.
All right.
Penang, where's Penang? That's India, someplace. All right, here we go. First story of the day, 25 signs you have grown up. 2,624 people dug this story, submitted by Mercy Madman,
Merci to Madame.
whatever. My two favorites, number one, your houseplants are alive and you can't smoke any of them. Hippie's already off the list. Number 5, you hear your favorite song in an elevator. Has that happened to you? I hear Foo Fighter songs in elevators and shit.
Dude, I know.
That is scary. So this list it's pretty long. It's 25 long.
Give me a few more of them. Though.
Here are a couple good ones that
You
are
take
good.
naps? I do take naps on the weekends.
Sleeping on the couch makes your back hurt.
Oh fuck! I hate when that happens.
Me too. Eating a basket of chicken wings at 3 in the morning would severely upset your stomach rather than settling it.
Well, I can still do that.
Yeah, but it would upset my stomach as well. This is my favorite. You go to the drugstore for ibuprofen and antacids, not condoms and pregnancy tests.
Move on.
Oh, interesting. All right. You actually eat breakfast food at breakfast time.
I do that.
I do that too, which
Nothing
is
wrong with
bad.
that.
A $4 bottle of wine is no longer pretty good shit.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I got my little collection back here, a little bit of something.
Yeah. I like this too. I just can't drink the way I used to replaces I'm never going to drink that much again. Has that happened to you where you're like, oh man, I just don't think I can drink as much as I could before. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Photography lady from...
Camera lady messed
Camera lady, dropping stuff.
We're getting, there's a camera
We gotta
lady.
start over. That's it. Cut it down. Shut it down. Horrible.
Start over.
We're just trying to see how embarrassed
There's a
you
nice,
can get.
friendly lady from the LA Times.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, she's
Taking pictures.
freelance.
Yeah, freelance.
For that.
For the LA Times.
90% of the time you spend in front of your computer is for real work.
Not going there. I'd say.
Not fully 90?
Oh, I'd say about 80. Yeah, actually, it's.
All right, there we go. You drink at home to save money before going to a bar.
No.
I do drink. Oh no, here was a. Dinner and a movie is the whole date instead of the beginning of one. That is definitely true for
But
me.
you know what? It is more fun now. I'll tell you why. I don't know if they have this in LA, but here in San Francisco, we have theaters where they serve beer in them when you're 21 and older.
Yeah, they have one. ArcLight does that, but only for specific screenings.
It's
you can't, like,
awesome.
I'm gonna go see Wally.
I've gone with my lady friend, and there's beer there.
You can just go through. I love the like nice photography
She's like,
lady is
"I
like
can't
in the
leave."
corner. There's like bottles of empty beer, and she's like, "How can I do this
Without
this
breaking
quietly?
stuff. Oh.
This quietly,
Jump,
without,
jump.
without anything."
All right, there we are.
Thank you for coming. It was nice
Thank
meeting
you. Oh, she's got a few more pictures.
So there's some
Wait,
good stuff.
Pose
Oh, yeah.
midstream. Yep. There we go.
There we go. That's
Thank you.
good. That was the one that's going in the paper.
All right.
I like the $4 bottle of wine is no longer pretty good shit because that is true. I don't take naps. I just can't take naps. Okay, here's
I
some
do
other
if
ones.
I'm hungover.
Having sex in a twin bed is out of the question.
I don't
All
get
right,
that
I'll
one.
move on.
I don't get that one.
Small bed.
Yeah, it's small bed.
Like on a couch.
Love sacks are great for that, by
Couch
the way.
is different. Yeah.
For what we had last week, those love sacks.
Is that what that rash is from? Is that why I have that rash on my back? That's horrible. I was like, how did I get athlete's foot in my ass crack? That's horrible. What were you doing?
You are
Jeans
sick man.
and a sweater no longer qualify as dressed up.
Crap.
What's that from? What?
Don't worry about it. Keep going. I opened the wrong window. All right.
Oh, I gotta find that. What was that? I'm finding it. I'm finding it now. I'm finding it. It was you. A video of you.
I'll show it to you later. It's stupid. Don't.
I spelled Google wrong. Oh, it worked.
Redirect.
Google knows my brain.
Okay, listen. Let's keep going. So all those are really interesting, and thank you, Alex. Next story.
It's your story.
Don't.
Is this it?
No. How did you find it? Oh, that's something else. Okay, here we go.
That's pretty quick.
This one is really kind of funny because we don't live in Canada. Rogers, you ruined my iPhone dream. 3,426 people dug this story, submitted by, see you later.
Bye.
Submitted by see you later. No, submitted by FY Rogers.
How great would it be if it was actually
See you later. So this is pretty interesting because what it is a bunch of people in Canada, they're all pissed off at Rogers because Rogers is screwing them.
Now, Rogers is a cell phone company, correct?
Rogers is a cell phone company, and essentially what they've done is
And Rogers is the company that is going to be releasing the iPhone.
Right.
Okay.
And what they've done, and this really pisses me off because I had a story earlier that was actually better than this one because it said exactly what the iPhone deal was. Oh, here it is. It isn't it.
Oh,
Where was it? Sorry, people.
We'll search for iPhone Rogers.
Well, the problem was that what they're doing is they're charging the people of Canada like $75 a month, and they get like 300 minutes talk time. Here it is. Okay, so this is an official link to the Rogers website. Welcome to Rogers. Where do you live? We're at Quebec.
no, that's the
Sure.
French one. No, I'm just kidding.
is it?
I'm just kidding.
Okay, hold on. So it's going to say, okay, I would like an iPhone. Okay, here's what it is. So for $75 a month,
Ooh, okay.
you get 300 minutes.
This is just for the data plan?
This is for the iPhone plan.
Okay.
300 minutes of talk time, weekday minutes. Unlimited nights and weekends from 9 p.m. That's not too bad. And 750 megabytes of data transfer and 100 text messages.
Okay.
That's a little pricey.
750 megabytes data transfer?
That's it.
That's
700
horrible.
And,
That's horrible.
And only 100 text messages.
And what do we get? We get 200 text for $20. We get 200 text messages, unlimited data, and then whatever you have to apply the same.
I think what people are most pissed off at is that they're only
capped?
they're getting capped. Yeah, they're getting capped bandwidth. 750 megabytes when you're doing a lot of like crazy data stuff, surfing, downloading stuff, whatever it may be. You can go through that in no time. You know.
Dude, yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find
You're
that video of
switching
you.
A girl I know's Twitters.
Yeah, because I think that's where you linked to the video.
So basically,
I'm on the hunt.
I mean, I don't
I
think
want to
these.
show the fans.
I don't think these plans are. I mean, it's crazy. The 300 weekday minutes for $75. That's really low. But when you compare this to the other plans, like their other non iPhone plans, are so much better. So basically, they realize that there is a lot of people that want iPhones, and they're trying to screw you.
That is really shady. That's really shady. I mean, come on. What's the plan on a BlackBerry?
That's what I'm looking up right now. So let's go. Let's say the BlackBerry Curve with GPS, right?
I like that. Ooh, that's cool. I'm thinking about getting a BlackBerry.
Are you?
Yeah.
Don't
It's just
hate.
I'm not hating. It's just the fun of having a touch screen that you can like fuck with has kind of worn off, and the not being able to respond to emails because I don't want to type long types on the keypad
Right.
is starting to wear thin. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, there is certain things that a keypad is nice for, but
Plus, I've never had a keypad, and I'm wondering how much of the joy I get out of the iPhone is that I can check my emails on my device. You know what I mean? Because I've never done that. Glenn hears me. He's nodding.
like Glenn, you have an iPhone.
Yeah, I know, but.
Do you know what I mean?
It's just the capability of the phone actually performing basic phone functions is the issue I have with the iPhone. Like,
Oh.
my phone rarely works.
That's horrible.
I don't get voicemail.
You do get voicemail.
All right, well, now we're just spinning our wheels
So-
trying to look for a package.
Okay, I can't find the right packages. Anyway,
Look, it's bad. I mean, but now, do we know if that's Canadian dollars? I mean, maybe they're like,
Canadian the Canadian dollar is stronger than the U.S. dollar right now, so
so it's more money.
yeah.
That sucks for Canadians.
Anyway, there's
well,
22,000
the Canadians
people
kind of
that
get the
have
shit
signed
end of the
this.
stick a lot. You know what I mean? Like, they don't
Well,
get
they've had to
DirecTV
wait forever to get
for a
this
long
thing,
time,
right?
and then the people who like had DirecTV could like borrow it on the like edges, and then they got sued and all that shit.
I guess I just really don't see why. I mean, this is the only carrier that's going to provide the phone, obviously.
Why
is
don't they
Rogers.
just match the AT&T plans?
Well, it's a different company, right? They can charge whatever they want.
I know, but why didn't Apple choose a better company then?
I think Rogers is like the big granddaddy of Canada. Like they are the big communications company up there. They're like the AT&T.
Well, but I mean, yeah, all right, yeah.
I don't know if there's like a Verizon up there. I have no idea. It's
Or
Canada.
Sprint, or
Yeah.
that's weird.
So anyway, why is Apple, I hate when people are saying like, fuck Apple. Why is it Apple's fault? They give them the phone and they charge a certain price for it.
Well, because they could have said, we're not going to let you sell the phone on your company if you don't have good plans.
Yeah, I don't know. You should just be rebelling against Rogers. They'll change if enough people like don't buy the
Yeah,
plan.
that's the deal.
Just
Don't
don't
get
buy
an
the
iPhone.
phone.
Don't get an iPhone.
You better believe they'll change their plans if nobody's buying the iPhone.
Yeah,
but you
or
know what?
go
You
to the
will.
store, buy the iPhone, hack it, and put it on somebody else's plan. Cancel your plan. They can't take the phone back from you.
That's
It's
true.
your phone.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yep.
see what I'm saying?
That's what you're saying.
Fuck those guys.
Anyway,
Oh, Lordy. All right, next story. I'm actually interested to see what you think about this story. Steve Carell signs for 3 more years of The Office. 2,779 people dug this story, submitted by Supernova17. Today, the Angels look down on Scranton, Pennsylvania, are crooning Beers in Heaven. Steve Carell has signed on to star as Dunder Mifflin's quasi-top dog, Michael Scott, on NBC's The Office for 3 more years. An understandably elated Ricky Gervais broke the news on his blog. So what do you think? Are you still into The Office?
I have kind of. I
Because
like
you were
The Office.
you loved The
I
Office when it
was
first came
huge.
out.
I know. I just don't have enough time to watch it, and it's kind of like the same old jokes over and over again.
Yes, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
It's the same situation.
I was never in love with The Office. The Office was always something I'd watch on a plane and be like, ooh, that was really funny. And then when I would watch it at home, I'd be like, it's kind of funny. It's that uncomfortable humor that I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like,
3 more years is they've got to do something like Lost. They all need to go on a trip and then get lost somewhere.
tell me you've been watching Lost.
I'm all caught up. Yes.
Oh, how great was the last season?
Horrible.
What?
The last episode was stupid. Yes, I said it. It was terrible. Okay, first of all, do you really need a hand crank to like transport big things? You can't listen.
To transport?
Do you really need a hand crank to move the island? Like, is that really what moves the island? Like, there's no computer. It's like a hand crank.
We're doing the show, Glenn. You got to catch up on your. That was like 7 years ago that episode came out.
So you're really telling me that like we're pushing this and like push it a little bit more, all of a sudden they're like,
yes!
How?
That's the whole point. If it was a computer, you go, oh, I get it.
I know what's going on, by the way.
It's a computer. What?
Okay, here's what's going on.
Okay, what's your philosophy?
My theory is that it's all about time travel. And that the island is not actually moving from one location to another, but it's moving through time. And that people are transporting through time. And that time is actually kind of like a flat surface with small waves.
Like an ocean?
Like an ocean.
That the island is on at certain locations? I like this. It's a very thinly veiled religious statement, really, is what it is.
There is a website that has a theory on this. Hold on, Lost Theory. Lost-theories. Here it is, timelooptheory.com. This is what's going on. If you ever want to know what's going on with Lost, well, it just talks about, they talk about like how the polar bear, this is all from comic books. Like the guys that are writing this have read a bunch of comic books and shit, and they're pulling it all together. Like, look at this. These are different shows that they kind of use.
What show?
Just like a bunch of different old shows and movies and things. They're all pulling all these different.
Go back. There's a Dharma Initiative?
Yes.
No, I know the Dharma Initiative. In '81, after a good bit of time on the island, Ben hears his dead mother outside the house of the island. Oh, no. This is all from Lost.
This is really good, though. Check out timelooptheory.com. It explains it all. This is what I believe, and I think that you all should believe it as well. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to read that.
Do read it. Read it on the plane.
So The Office, not so much. You're a little bit done on it?
I just don't know if I'm going to watch it for another 3 years. I'll probably catch up this season.
Oh, it's like, are you currently watching it, let alone for the next 3 years?
Yeah. You know what? And this is sad, and people are going to hate me for this, but same thing happened with me with Family Guy. Like, I was watching every single episode, and now I'm just kind of like, same old jokes. Like, I don't know.
No, I get that. But, you know, you got to live and love.
I'm going to start watching, what is that one that, oh God, they canceled it this year. It's like a law thing. The Wire, the barbed wire, this tripwire, spark wire.
The Wire?
The Wire.
The barbed wire, the chip wire, the spark wire? Really?
That's it, The Wire, right?
That is The Wire.
Is it pretty good?
Oh, I loved it.
Okay, I'm going to start watching that. It's worth watching, right?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Okay.
Have you not seen The Wire?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude. Well, here's something. Let me give you a little primer about The Wire, just real quick, because this will be something that makes it easier for you to get through.
All right.
They shoot it in Baltimore, or Baltimore, however you want to pronounce it. Be more. And they do use a lot of real people who are the people in the job that they're doing. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So just be aware that some of the acting is not good.
Because they're not really actors.
But it's not good because they're not actors, they are teachers, they are firemen.
Oh, that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, exactly. So when you think of it that way, it's like, oh, that's cool. If you don't know that's what's happening, they go, wow, they've hired really bad day players for this TV series.
Right. Gotcha.
So watch it from the beginning, dude.
Okay.
It'll kill you.
Will do.
All right, before we get to the last story, let's thank our sponsors, GoDaddy.com. You know that on July 1st, Yahoo domain renewal pricing is increasing to $34.95 a year. Transfer your domain. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why would you do that?
It just signed him out.
I'm here. Transfer your domain to GoDaddy for as little as $6.99 and get a free 1-year extension plus guaranteed renewal pricing. GoDaddy.com makes transferring easy and offers loads of extras, including hosting, a 5-page site builder, complete email, total DNS control, and much, much more. All for as low as $6.99. What are you waiting for? Plus, as a Diggnation viewer, enter the code DIG5 when you check out. Save an additional $10 off any order of $40 or more. Get your piece of the internet, GoDaddy.com.
Audible.com is the leading provider in spoken word entertainment. Audible has over 35,000 titles to choose from to be downloaded and played back anywhere. So I have used Audible in the past.
I've not used Audible, but they have a couple books that I could highly recommend.
I've used them because I've gone on road trips, and I think that every time I do a road trip, it's a great time to get through some of those books that you're just like, kind of want to read it, but don't really have the time. Or the gym, actually. I use it at the gym, too. I throw on my iPhone. Anyway,
like that.
the book I'm recommending this week, Jim Cramer's Mad Money. Cramer on television, freaking awesome. All of his books are on here. Pick up any one. He's got a new one out. I did have my shelf over there, but I don't know where it's at.
I'm going to recommend The Alienist by Khalib Carell.
Nice.
Khalib Carr. It's really good historical fiction. It's basically about after Jack the Ripper, which was the first serial killer in London. At the same time, a little bit after, there's a serial killer that appears in the US. And it's sort of the beginnings of forensics and forensic psychology and coming up with like, a profile. It was sort of the first experience of that.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. The Alienist.
So, free offer for the Diggnation audience. Log on to audible.com/Diggnation and get a free Audible download of your choice when you sign up. Again, go to audible.com/Diggnation and you can get one of the ones that we just mentioned.
Nice. Also, we want to thank Netflix for sponsoring the show. As many of you know, with Netflix, you can rent over 75,000 titles, including Blu-ray titles, with shipping centers both way for free. That doesn't make any sense. With shipping free both ways to your home. They now have over 40 shipping centers, so you almost deliveries happen. So almost all deliveries happen in just one business day. Thank you, Glenn, for laughing at my drunkenness. The Netflix plans start $4.99 and up. As a new member, you can get a no-risk 2-week free trial membership. Get it through us for free by visiting www.netflix.com/Diggnation. The wwws are very important.
There you go.
That's it. Let's go to the last story.
Last story. This one I'm going to get hated on for, but might as well read it anyway.
Hate away.
Netflix says no to free drivers.
I'm sorry, that's Nvidia. I just talked about Netflix.
That's right.
Where's all the laughing at Kevin's drunk stumbles? Netflix says no free drivers. You will install these DVDs yourself.
Okay, Nvidia says no free drivers. I say no to Nvidia. 2,078 people took the story submitted by Drivesky. So in short, the deal is you get the card, but the only way to use it is to rent a driver to which you have incomplete access, therefore making your fruitful use of the card consistently dependent upon Nvidia, and quite obviously therefore limiting the control you have as opposed to owning the card you really had over it.
A lot of that was not what's written.
Okay, listen.
All right, I'm listening. Preach it to me, brother.
Let's talk about this for a second.
Hit me up.
Here's what's going on.
What's going on?
Here is the controversy.
Is really Nvidia not giving you free drivers? Is that what's happening?
Here's what's going on. Nvidia, as a company, has said, what we're going to do is we're going to release Macintosh drivers,
yes,
Windows drivers,
yes,
and Linux drivers.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
We are committed to releasing those drivers.
Okay.
The Linux community says, great, but we want to see the source code of the drivers because we would like the ability to improve the driver or to custom tailor the driver to whatever we needed to do, right? Because you're talking about very hardcore people that, write code.
Linux.
Now, what Nvidia has said back is that
is FU.
Is not necessarily FU, but they've said, and this is very true, that there's a lot of intellectual property that Nvidia wishes to protect inside of their drivers. Meaning, the second they open the source code up to the community and let everyone see it, all the other video card manufacturers that are out there can see some of the code which goes into,
optimizing their card to make it better than the ATI card or whatever. Got it.
So
what's wrong with that?
Basically, what the Linux community is doing is saying you don't actually own the card because they're not giving you the drivers and you're just renting the drivers, and this is wrong because we want to own everything. Here's what I'm going to say.
They own the card. They bought the card.
Right, but you don't actually, you're buying a piece of hardware that you don't have full control over. I am so tired of hearing this stupid bullshit because at the end of the day, just go buy a different card. If you don't like the way NVIDIA is doing something, go and buy a different card. And you know what? Buy a card that isn't as fast as NVIDIA's. because they are a company. They have to protect their intellectual property as a company, because otherwise they will have competitors that are currently underdogs in the market
Yep.
that will gain that technology, that will figure out a way, I don't know what it is, but we'll look at the source code and figure out some of their processes for making the cards faster.
Right.
And, not necessarily gain an upper hand, but play catch up, and they'll be able to do that.
Right.
And so you have a huge community of people saying like, oh, we hate Nvidia now because they won't open up the source code. And it's like, this isn't your company. You don't own Nvidia.
Right.
Nvidia is their own company. They write their own code. They're releasing drivers for Linux. Quit bitching, and if you don't like it, go buy somebody else's card.
I agree, though not as passionately. But I agree.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing worse.
Well, I don't think that you should. First off, this is not true. Like, what they're saying is not true. Like, when they come out and say they're not giving away their drivers for free. No, they are giving away their drivers for free. They're just not giving you the compiled version of the card driver so you can fuck around with it for free.
Right.
They're not even letting you buy that, right?
Right. Well, it says they're still offering. Their GNU Linux customers a version of the driver. It's just the fact that, they can't mess around with the source code. Now, if I have this completely wrong, and I really fucked this up, which I don't think I did because I read the story and I don't know, I haven't read any other stories, that's just what it sounds like what's going on. They just said, we can't open up the source code, we're sorry.
Because when I read the title of this Dig article and story, I went, oh my God, are you kidding me? You buy an Nvidia card, now you have to pay to get the newest drivers?
No.
Holy shit,
It's
that
not
was
about
a big deal.
buying drivers, it's about the fact that they're not giving away the source code for the drivers.
Yeah, well, maybe it's because I don't care to program the source code of my drivers personally. I just want somebody to do that and then tell me which one WoW plays better on, and I will use that one.
The thing that kills me is like, they act like this, the people that wrote this post or whoever it was, is acting like the fact that this is a huge issue with Nvidia and it makes them a bad company because they're doing that.
Right.
It's like, can you take your Xbox right now and go in there and modify the source code and Microsoft gives away? Of course not,
Yeah,
right?
no,
It's their
no,
own
no.
proprietary shit.
Yeah.
You bought the Xbox because you enjoy what it does. It's up to Microsoft to maintain and update the new version of Xbox Live.
Right.
And that's what you paid for. That's
Right.
the
Right.
device that you purchased, right?
Right.
Same goes with Nvidia. When you're buying the card, you're saying, this is my card, it goes into my computer, and here are the drivers that I have, and in the future, if Nvidia so chooses to release updated drivers, they can do that, right?
Right.
It's not like you're saying, I bought this programmable card
Right.
that I have a manual for and I can write
Right.
code for, and then all of a sudden it's locked down. You didn't buy that. You bought a video card with drivers. Like,
Right.
I just don't see the sense of entitlement that some people have
Well, I mean-
into other people's intellectual property.
I think a lot of, I don't understand what that is either. I don't get why. If it was any other thing, it would not be a question. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess it's because some other companies are starting to do it, and so they figure like, why can't Nvidia as well?
well, but that's not their problem. That's
Right.
not Nvidia's problem.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, if ATI wants to give away their intellectual property rights because they're not the big dog on campus, or Hercules, or whatever the fuck other company there is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is, I'm all for open source, and I'm a big fan of everything that's been going on in the Linux community and in the world, and
Yeah.
offering free operating systems to people that can't afford it, and you name it. I mean, there's been a lot of great stuff going on in the world of Linux for years and years and years.
Yeah.
The thing is that at the end of the day, Nvidia is a company that has to, the way they make money and the way that they win is being better than their competitors.
Right.
And if they're saying there's code here that they can't release because it's going to, undercut them, then they're not going to do it, right?
Right. Of course not. Why
And they
would
shouldn't
you?
have to.
Right. Well, they shouldn't get bullied into it by a small portion of their
Exactly.
public. Because how many people, I mean, what is the saturation of the NVIDIA Linux driver versus the PC and Mac driver?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and also they said here, one of the things that was really interesting, it says here that it looks like ATI may be releasing the drivers or is working on an open free driver.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, freaking go ATI. You know, you're given a choice. And if if for some reason that doesn't cut it for you, go make your own graphics card company.
Yeah.
mean-
BSGI, it worked for them.
That's right.
All right.
Anyway.
All right, well, let's get to the emails. Our first email comes from Nicole. Hey, boys. Hey, Nicole. My name is Nicole. I know, I just said that. I am a huge fan of Diggnation. I went down to San Francisco for this week. I just got back to LA today. I wore my Diggnation shirt on the plane there. While at LAX, I got a few thumbs up from guys as they walked by, assuming it was because of the shirt. And someone even stopped me and asked me if I really watched the show. I'm not too sure what he was implying. I did think it was that did he think it was my non-existent boyfriend's shirt, or I was a fake fan? Sadly, I packed for 60 to 70 degree weather, which San Fran was not this past weekend, so I had to wear my shirt twice. Hello. This pic is from Golden Gate Bridge, and yes, I'm so badass, I rocked the fanny pack. That is awesome, by the way, that she said she rocked the fanny pack. And I gotta go back to the email so I can actually read it. Also, my hotel free Wi-Fi didn't work, so I didn't get to watch the show on Friday like I usually do, and I was feeling very depressed. I'm sorry. After 2 missed flights, I finally got on a Virgin America flight home. The whole way I watched an old episode of Diggnation from April on the plane. It was awesome. Last time I went to San Fran in February, Virgin America did not have your show yet, so I was really excited to see it. Love the show, and if you want to add me on Twitter, @NicoleZ.
And NIKOLEZ to all the guys who want to add her on Twitter.
NIK, yeah. And here's the picture. Look at how cute! I like the fanny pack. She's totally rocking the fanny pack.
Cute.
Awesome. Oh, I'm glad you got to see the show, Nicole. I'm sorry you missed it on Friday.
Yep. But thank you for watching. And Prager's doing really well on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, do you know how many followers he has?
10,000.
How did you know that?
Is that wrong?
Is it DL? Are you DL Prager?
Yeah, I don't have 10,000.
Overcapacity.
Come on, get Prager up to 10,000 people. He's close.
Dude, I passed over 30. I'm very excited.
8,763. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm over 30.
Holy
I'm
shit.
like at 30. I'm just under 31.
Alex Albrecht.
BRECHT.
All right, so add us on Twitter, twitter.com/Kevin Rose.
And slash Alex Albrecht. Look, 31,000
Sweet.
and 10. You had an email?
Yes, my email today goes a little something like this. 3 girls, 1 confused guy. Hey Kevin and Alex, my name is Max. I'm a huge fan of the show and I've been watching since episode 50 or so. Recently I broke up with my girlfriend of 4 months for random reasons. One of them being she basically drove me crazy.
That is not a random reason, that is a good reason.
It's a valid reason. A couple days after we broke up, I was returning her stuff to her house and when I got some, and I was getting some of mine and she said we need to talk. I was basically wishing that she would not utter the words, I think we need to get back together. Thankfully that did not happen. However, she asked me an equally weird question. I think we should keep having sex. Now, why this would be most guys' dream, I wasn't 100% sure on this one. It seemed wrong, but whatever, sex is sex, right? So we did.
I was wondering when that was going to come in.
Now I'm not 100% sure whether I should have done that and whether I should continue in the future to complicate the situation. There was a huge graduating party the other night and I hooked up with 2 other girls. Neither of which she knows about. One is kind of going to be hard to work with. The other one's second base, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Anyway, girl 2 was random hookup.
Yeah.
This guy's basically pouring out his entire life story.
Awesome. What was his question?
So in a nutshell is what the hell do I do? Is sex with an ex a good idea? And I don't know whether I should go for the challenge, girl number 1, blah, 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 or girl number 2. Okay. Is sex with an ex a good idea?
Never a week after you do it.
They only dated for 4 months.
Yeah, but it's never a good idea like a week after you do it. It's always a good idea at the time. It's always a good idea because it's sex.
It's always a good idea.
Right, I'm just saying if you're smart, you can avoid the week later BS by not doing it. That said, any red-blooded American man's gonna do that.
Well, I say stay away because she's just gonna. Well, it depends. Who broke up with who? Did he break up with her? Or did
He
she break
broke up with
him?
her. He broke up with her.
Recently, I broke up with my girlfriend. Okay, you broke up with her. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Because she wants to. She'll start having
She's
sex.
using sex to get you back into a relationship. That's
Thank
what she's
you.
doing. You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
sir. You're welcome,
All right.
sir.
That's it. Do not get back with that. Otherwise, she's gonna start crying, and then you're just gonna be like, "Fuck, I didn't want this." And then she's like, "Then why did you have sex with me if you didn't like me?" And you're like, "You said."
Dude, that was like a one-man show.
I'm just saying.
It was amazing. You're like, why'd you have sex with me? Oh, you're crying. I didn't know.
I don't know.
Why you really want me? I didn't want. It's amazing.
Glenn,
I love it.
do you agree?
Do you concur, Glenn?
What's your experience, Glenn?
Glenn's mumbling. That means he's
It means
had
he's-
sex with ex-girlfriends and
He still does
regretted
today.
it. He is banging his ex-girlfriend.
It goes back to
It does,
vice.
and not in a pleasurable way.
No.
No, not
Right.
like, no, that was horrible. I was
Yes.
just about to say something really bad. Anyway, if you'd like to have your question answered on this here fair show called Diggnation, send your email to fans, that's not even true, send your email to dignationfans@gmail.com.
Yes.
Well, that is it. Another week has gone by, and we are out of here. Hugh beer.
Try the Hugh beer. It's amazing.
Hugh beer. Yeah, you ready?
Peter, can you turn that little light off behind you?
There's no reason for me to have him do this. It's just fun to watch him try.
Thank you.
No, wrong one, wrong one.
Zeitung Company.
Apple Company.
Company.